Welcome to my channel. I'm Scott, and in this video I'm going to walk you through the process of valuing NVIDIA stock so we can determine if it's a buy or a sell. NVIDIA designs GPUs for the gaming market. They also design chip units for the mobile computing, data center, and automotive market. They are the largest semiconductor company in the world. I'll show you later when we do their industry comparison. They have the largest market cap. They outsource their manufacturing. They're fabless. They outsource to companies like Taiwan Semiconductor. The company's headquartered in Santa Clara, California, and was founded in 1993. The ticker trades on the Nasdaq, Deutsche Börse, Mexican Bolsa, Zicha, Vienna, EuroTLX, Swiss, Sao Paulo, Buenos Aires, Bulgaria, Ukraine, Kazakhstan, and Lima Stock Exchange. Let's get started with the model. This is a large cap company, 669 billion market cap. They're trading at $271 a share, and they have 2.5 billion shares outstanding. Let's look at their financials. The way you value a company is you estimate the free cash flows into the future, and then you discount those numbers back to today's value. That's what we're doing in this video. And free cash flow is cash flow from operations minus capital expenditures. They do generate lots of free cash flow. It was over $8 billion in 2022. It did drop a lot in 2023 to $3.8 billion. Net income is the profit or loss on the income statement. It's revenue minus expenses. That also peaked in 2022, dropping in 2023. Their revenue grew a lot from 2020 to 2022, but it was flat from 2022 to 2023. Let's look at their capital structure. 22 billion of equity, 12 billion of debt. They're 65% equity, 35% debt. And they could pay off all the debt with the cash on their balance sheet and still have 1.4 billion of cash left over. I use the middle whack on Finbox, 11.5%, and that's the discount rate we're going to apply to the future cash flows. We estimated 4 years of future free cash flows. We also estimated a terminal value, which is all cash flows past year 4, that's 160 billion. We discounted those numbers back to today using the weighted average cost of capital. We get a value of the company of $136 billion. We divide that by 2.5 billion shares. And we get a calculated stock price of $55. They're trading at $271, so they're trading at a 391% premium. It's a really strong sell according to the model. The website Simply Wall Street values the company at $99. They're also saying it's really overvalued. 37 analysts price this stock, and the average price target is $287. The low is $190, the high is $355. This is where they've been trading the last 5 years. So before 2021, it looks like it was trading at the appropriate level. Then it got really high. It hit 350 at its peak. That was at the end of 2021. Then the stock really crashed. It fell to about 110 at the lowest. It looks like this stock was dying out and it was never going to come back. Of course, the market does the opposite of what you think, and the stock came right back up. It's not trading nearly as high as it was at its peak, but it's come up a lot since the bottom. So it looks like a lot of downside with this stock. It looks like a great short, but you might be waiting a long time for it to come back down again. They consistently pay a 4-cent dividend, which is a yield of only 0.06%, 10% of their free cash flow, 9% of their net income. There are 62 companies in the same industry as NVIDIA, and if NVIDIA has a number in red, they're worse than the average. If they have a number in blue, they're better than the average. So they do spend more than average in CapEx. They don't outsource all their manufacturing. They do manufacture some things. They just don't manufacture semiconductor chips. Most of the outsourcing goes to Taiwan Semiconductor, the largest foundry in the world. They have a good debt to equity ratio. For every dollar of equity, they have 50 cents of debt. They pay a really low dividend. They generate more free cash flow than average, a lot less in Taiwan and Broadcom. They're one of the largest companies in the world, the largest semiconductor company by a pretty good amount, and they have really poor ratios, so they're extremely overvalued. They do generate more revenue than the average company, but a lot less in Taiwan, less than Broadcom, less than Qualcomm and Intel. They are growing a lot. Their 5-year annual revenue growth rate is 23%, but they're flat year over year, which is a great indication that you should short the stock. Because when companies plateau, that's generally when the stock price comes down. Not really sure why there was such a big bull run the past few months on this stock. And they have a really good ROA and ROE. So to summarize, I have them trading at a 391% premium. I rank their free cash flows 4 out of 10, their revenue 6 out of 10, and their ratios 2 out of 10. So let me know what you think. Give this video a like, subscribe, or comment below. Also, if you'd like to get a custom valuation or just support the channel, you can become a member by clicking on the link in the description below. Thanks for watching.